Hey, what's going on guys? This is Kedar here. And are you a gas stove user? Well, this could be an end of an era. A federal agency has proposed a ban on gas stoves in United States. This is a big step. It will affect many households across the United States. Consumers who wish to switch from gas stove to an electric one are eligible for rebate, and the citing concerns are not just over the air pollution and climate change, but it also over the health risk that these gas stoves pose. And this can be a major issue because nearly 2 in 5 United States homes are having gas stoves. These are some of the states like more than 40 to 60% of the users are using gas appliances. So switching out all those natural gas appliances can be a little bit tricky. Everything is onto the table when it comes down to those gas stoves. Would they ban new gas stoves or all the one? And this has sparked a great debate among the group of experts. And this proposal aims to phase out the use of gas stoves over the next decade and encourage the users to use electric stoves. Apparently, electric stoves produce fewer emission. Well, the problem doesn't end over here because this step is cleaner for the future, but this one is a persuasive problem because nearly 2 homes in 5 US homes are already having gas stoves. So in 2020, 38% of the American household had natural gas cooking appliances, and this is a big step. It will affect many households across the United States. Right now, the proposal is now open for public comment, and the agency will consider the feedback before making any sort of a final decision. Today in this video, we'll take a look at a balanced perspective on this topic. We'll check out the pros and cons, the impact of this bill, and is it really that hazardous, and do we really need to change all of our gas stoves with electric appliances? And should US federal agency really consider banning those gas stoves? We'll check out all those important aspects in detail. However, quickly before we start this video, make sure to check out our channel How To Guys, and be sure to subscribe with all the bell notification. Whether it's benefits, raises to your benefits, stimulus update, we have got tons of updates, so do check out our channel. And without a further ado, let's get right into all the important updates. Okay, so a federal agency is considering to ban gas stoves, which they are claiming a source of indoor pollution linked to childhood asthma. US Consumer Product Safety Commissioner set up an firestorm this week, saying that in interview that gas stoves pose a hidden hazard and suggesting that the agency could ban them because of that. Now, CNN already confirmed everything is onto the table when it comes down to those gas stoves. Would they ban new gas stoves or all the one? CNN confirmed that everything is already onto the table. People have using the gas stoves since like a decades, more than that, but they have stressed on banning only the new gas stoves and not the existing ones. CPSC has been considering action on gas stoves for months. They are seeking public comment on hazard associated with the gas stoves and particularly natural gas appliances. These were related to the pollutants which have been linked to asthma and worsening respiratory conditions. In December 2022 study, they have found that indoor gas stoves usage is associated with increased risk of current asthma among children. Almost 13% of the current childhood asthma in US is attributed to those gas stoves. An agency told that they are planning to open a public comments on gas stove hazards, and they are still gathering information and preparing to ask for public input. Speaking of the comment of the White House on this one, well, on Wednesday, White House asserted that President Joe Biden does not support a ban on gas stoves. So this one is really important. President Joe Biden does not support ban on the gas stoves, and lawmakers in Washington recently argued that Black, Latino, and low-income households are more likely to be affected by these adverse reactions because they are either more likely to be living near waste incinerator or coal ash site, or alternatively they might be having their homes with very poor ventilation. So yeah, this one is a really valid point because rather than replacing all those gas stoves, rather than banning gas stoves, they can simply put an minimum baseline for these amount of a ventilation required if you are using gas stoves. So they could probably do that if that is the case. But one thing for sure, it's pretty much clear that it all this ban for the gas stoves applies for the new products, and existing products are not covered in this ban, and consumers always have to choose what to keep in their homes and want to make sure that they do that with the full information. And also another concern regarding this one, if lot of consumers suddenly switch from gas stoves onto electric stoves, will that make an adverse effect on electric grids? Now here's the thing, CSPC commissioner also pointed out that consumers who wish to switch from gas stove to an electric one are eligible for rebate up to $840 through Inflation Reduction Act. So they are at least providing some sort of a stimulus help to switch out from gas stoves onto electric one. So that's very important. So they can provide rebate up to $840 through the Inflation Reduction Act and up to $500 to help cover those cost of converting electric from the gas. If they are providing you with the eligible rebate like $840 or $500, and additionally those things are making your health much safer, so that can be a good decision altogether. Now here is the thing, there is a persuasive problem in this one because nearly 38% of the households in US state are already using gas stove, and the number of people is nearly approaching 70% in the states like California, New Jersey, and many other states. Also, other studies have found that these gas stove emit significant levels of nitrogen dioxide, also carbon monoxide, and fine particulate matter. And without proper ventilation, this can raise the levels of indoor concentration of the levels, and these levels are very unsafe deemed by the EPA. Considering most of the states in United States like California, Nevada, Illinois, Indiana, these are some of the states like more than 40 to 60% of the users are using gas appliances, so switching out all those natural gas appliances can be a little bit tricky. And the short-term exposure to nitrogen dioxide is linked to worsening asthma in children, and long-term exposure has been determined likely to cause development of asthma. Now some cities across US are already banning natural gas hookups in all new buildings to reduce the greenhouse emission. But as of last February, 20 states with GOP controlled legislatures have passed so-called preemption laws that prohibits cities from banning natural gas. Now what can consumers do right now? Well, they can adequately ventilate their systems, properly vent the tube outside the home. Speaking of the important changes, well, Biden does not favor these gas stove bans, so that's one important concern. Although it's a health risk from what we can see from the data, but still Joe Biden does not support this gas stove ban, and some people say this one is a recipe for disaster because switching out all those gas stoves from all these states, because there are over 70% of the households in major states which are already using natural gas cooking appliances. So what's the point of banning all those gas stoves? Once we get any sort of update on this one, I will keep you up to date. Make sure to hit that like button to check out our channel How To Guys and subscribe with all the bell notification. And this is Kedar from How To Guys signing out.